The internet is home to many strange and unusual legends. The rake first appeared was on the anonymous website in 2005, and countless stories, photos, and videos have surfaced since then. Over time, the rake creepypasta has built quite a reputation and created an internet trail for itself. The rake is characterized by its authors as a tall, thin humanoid monster with no body hair. Many depictions resemble an overgrown dog, and the stories about the rake claim it's over 6 feet tall. The rake's hands are long and sharp. In some photos, it's seen crawling on all fours. The most striking feature of the rake, as the stories go, is its eyes. One fictionalized journal entry supposedly translated from Spanish in 1880 explains what it's like after you look into the creature's eyes. I see his eyes when I close mine. They are hollow. Black. They saw me and pierced me. I will not sleep. According to the lore, the rake first created a stir in 2003 after numerous people in the northeastern United States, specifically upstate New York, started sharing sightings of a bizarre creature. The rake was spotted in mostly rural areas, leaving a wake of terror and intrigue in its path. One person even claimed they noticed it in Idaho. A media blackout apparently followed these tales, and Creepypasta says all of the evidence supporting the existence of the rake disappeared. In 2006, a group of internet sleuths decided to gather all the details available about the rake, compiling them chronologically. The group accumulated nearly 24 documents. The legend purports the rake's eyes are more than just visually striking, they are also its most powerful quality. One of the legends suggests the rake has glowing white, almost orb-looking eyes, but most seem to believe the rake's eyes are black and empty. Though the physical descriptions may vary, the legend makes it clear that bad things happen to those who peer into the rake's eyes. Those who are unfortunate enough to make eye contact with the monster are destined to become its prey. One fictional journal entry from 2006, supposedly from a woman who lost her husband and daughter to the rake, reads, "In a flurry of motion, the creature scrambled around the side of the bed, and then crawled quickly in a flailing sort of motion right along the bed until it was less than a foot from my husband's face. The creature was completely silent for about 30 seconds, or probably closer to 5, it just seemed like a while, just looking at my husband." As it is with many legends on Creepypasta, the rake's mythos has been enhanced with falsified visual and auditory evidence. In 2006, a video was uploaded to YouTube, where two men from Spain are wandering through a wooded area at night documenting their encounters with the skeletal remains of deer and fawn. When they happen upon a creature who looks like the rake crouching in the distance. Eventually, the creature glances at them, and its large eyes are reflected by the men's flashlights. The video went viral after it was uploaded, launching the rake's mythos into deeper parts of the internet. As would be expected, after spotting the creature, the men in the video run for their lives. One woman's account about finding the rake at the foot of her bed in 2006 mirrors other stories written about the creature. The circumstances through which most people encounter the rake are parallel. Redditor showed how connected the stories are through their experience. "I still slept in the room with my mom due to me being afraid of sleeping in this house. That night I was woke up at 3 a.m. to the feeling of something watching me. I felt extremely uneasy. I rolled over to look around the room and my eyes locked onto something standing beside my mom. It was extremely tall but looked as if it had a broken back and couldn't stand up completely. It was slouched over and had extremely pale skin and bones sticking out under the skin everywhere due to how skinny it was." The nearly identical testimonies about the rake date back to the 12th century. The first documented account, however, is a mariner's log from 1691, which reads, "He came to me in my sleep. From the foot of my bed. He took everything. We must return to England. We shall not return here again at the request of the rake." The next is the note translated from Spanish in 1880. The most thorough account available is an unnamed woman's story from 2006. In her alleged statement, she adds more mystery to the rake's narrative by claiming her local authorities did nothing to help her. Being a small town, news got around pretty quickly. The police were helpful at first, and the local newspaper took a lot of interest as well. However, the story was never published and the local television news never followed up either. Her account implies a cover-up of some sort, supporting the purported media blackout and adding a deeper level of creepiness to the creature. According to legend, a letter from 1880 translated from Spanish includes the first references to the rake's name. While the translated excerpts of the letter made available online don't include a direct reference to the rake, the alleged writer says, "I have experienced the greatest terror." They go on to describe the creature. "I see his eyes when I close mine. They are hollow. Black. They saw me and pierced me. I will not sleep. His voice legend has it the rake can see into the souls of those who lock eyes with it. Once someone is marked, they experience a recurring nightmare that correlates to other written accounts. In the nightmare, the rake sits at the foot of the person's bed and silently stares at them. The story goes that these dreams slowly chip away at a person's sanity until they're too unstable to defend themselves. The first documented reference to the rake, a mariner's log from 1691, testifies to the creature's ability to seep into their subconscious. He came to me in my sleep. From the foot of my bed I felt a sensation. As a result of an alleged media blackout following reports of the rake in 2003, nearly every documented sighting of the creature was lost. For those who recall the lost accounts of those who claim to have encountered the rake, the general reactions to the creature vary in tone. According to Creepypasta, emotions ranged from extremely traumatic levels of fright and discomfort, to an almost childlike sense of playfulness and curiosity. The website goes on to say, while their published versions are no longer on record, the memories remained powerful. Even for those who encounter the rake and live to tell the tale, the future is grim. These poor folks usually end their lives, lose their minds, or find themselves in an institution. One account of the rake created to boost the narrative was reportedly left by someone who took their own life in 1864. I feel it necessary to assuage any guilt or pain I have introduced through this act. It is not the fault of anyone other than him. For once I awoke and felt his presence. And once I awoke and saw his form. Once again I awoke and heard his voice, and looked into his eyes. I cannot sleep without fear of what I might next awake to experience. I cannot ever wake. Goodbye. Supposedly discovered with the note were empty envelopes addressed to William Rose and one piece of paper which reads, "Dearest Lynn, I have prayed for you." The rake story includes multiple references to Slender Man, perhaps the most infamous creepypasta of all time. Some claim the rake's powers, like seeing into someone's soul, were granted by Slender Man. Others say the rake is actually a proxy for Slender Man. The rake's mutilated appearance, apparently, is a result of the process of receiving powers from Slender Man. The exact nature of these powers is never explained, but it's likely related to the rake's ability to wear its prey down psychologically before destroying them physically. Thank you again for joining us for another video. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe and comment down below and let us know what you would like to hear in the near future. See you all again soon.